All right, folks, and welcome to more Colorado Rockies baseball. No, excuse me, some more Red Sox baseball. No, it's the same. Rockies and Red Sox here. Two worlds collide. Yes, for those who do not know and who are new to the channel, we did do an MLB The Show 24 franchise with the Colorado Rockies. So it's nice to come down and kind of see the boys here yet again. And to begin here, we're kind of looking at our farm system. Kind of just looking around. Again, these very fun moments and headlines that they show this year. Kind of showing that off. And Garrett Crochet has been filthy to start the year in the 9 starts, or at least the last 9 starts. A 1.64 ERA, 58 strikeouts to just 12 walks and about 40-something innings pitched. He's been phenomenal. And also, part-time Rocky. I believe he was part of our 2028 team that won the World Series. And then also another familiar face, Lucas Giolito, was on our team for like 6 seconds. And we kind of just brought him to the Rockies. But anyway, first pitch for Alex Bregman is slapped high, deep, left field. Going back, say it with me, folks. Coors! Alex Bregman, 362. Not exactly a moonshot. But it does sneak over that wall, and Bregman, his 6th on the season. And we get our reunion started off right. Breggy bomb to begin the day here. Devers gets jammed on a 12-6, but because they're playing that shift, he goes all the way to the warning track on the ground, and Devers easily standing up with a double. So back-to-back extra base hits for the Bo Sox against former teammate Lucas Giolito, but then Christian Campbell goes down on a nasty circle change inside, and Campbell is put down on strikes. So we scored just the one on the Bregman solo shot, but Devers also got an extra base hit, and we are turning the ball over to Garrett Crochet, who has been phenomenal. 2.09 ERA. We saw what he did in his last 9 starts as well. He's been awesome. He's been great. And, just every bit worth of that $36 million a year we're giving him. Strikes out old friend Nolan Jones, probably our best player in MLB The Show 24. And then Ezekiel Tovar, one of the few guys that made it all the way through that series, and he strikes that. Hit a walk-off home run to win the World Series in 2030. So, again, if all the things I'm telling you haven't excited you, maybe go back and watch that series, then I don't know what to tell you. Either way, we bring it into the top of the 4th now. Both pitchers kind of settling in. It is Tristan Costas, 0 for 1 on the day. 3-1 count, gets a fastball down the middle, and even he, with his 2 speed, will be easily in at second base with how spacious this outfield is. I almost wanted to see if he could test it to 3. But Costas standing on second base with no out. Surely we score a run here. Surely. Roman Anthony, 223 average, starting to figure things out. Bounds one through the right side. And he is on with a single. So it is runners on the corners. 1 out for Connor Wong. Wong 1-2 count. Able to get a fastball inside that he pulls in the air. And with the outfielder, I believe that's Nolan Jones, kind of still running towards center field. When he caught it, we thought Costas could go, and he will go, and it is 2-0 Boston Red Sox. Marcelo Meyer, he lays into a slider. He bangs it off the wall, and Roman Anthony, with his 70 speed, will be waved all the way around home, and that is a RBI double for Marcelo Meyer. The kids are playing here at Coors. RBI double, his 9th of the season. Next pitch for Ceddanne Rafaela, who has not been swinging the bat well. He pops this one up, timed it up good, and that's, when you play the way I play with the timing, hitting, and making the ratings work, you can time it up all you want, but players' ratings come into effect, and through 3.5 innings, we're up 3-0. Rockies only have 1 hit, and it's coming up Red Sox, all things considered here for in Colorado. Michael Toglia, a 229 hitter, never really became anything with us, but he hits this one high and deep to center field. Rafaela at the wall, times it up, but just over his glove, 425 feet. Michael Toglia mad that He never became anything with us in the Rockies franchise. Ended up doing some things with Cincinnati and the Dodgers, but never really was a long-time Rocky. And he, in this game, is way more fitted to be a Rocky for a little bit. Way better ratings this year after a 20-plus home run season last year in real life. And then Ryan McMahon, our first real big trade piece, lines out to short. So Michael Toglia puts the Rockies on the board, as here we are in the fifth. Jarren Duran doing Jarren Duran things, just singling up the middle, and just count this as a double, because I believe he goes on to steal second base here in just a second. But not before Lucas Giolito is chased out of the ball game. Not the best start for Giolito, again in Colorado, not having the best of years. And it's going to be Lucas Gilbreth coming in, the lefty. A 5.04 ERA, has already appeared in 31 games. 6 holds, and he gets Alex Bregman first time. 2-2 count, and that's going to plunk Breggy. So Bregman is hit, and now we got 2 runners on, no outs. Devers pops up weakly, and then Tristan Casas just don't hit it on the ground. All right, double play, Taylor made. They could have walked it over to first base from second, the way Casas runs, and we get speed on second base. We have 2 men on, no outs, and nothing comes of it. Don't want to see that. That's something you don't want to do. Justin Foscue, he's going to swing and miss, as we are now in a little bit of predicament. First time the bases have had this much activity against Crochet. He does get the strikeout there, however, just absolutely nasty power fastball. Then Brenton Doyle. He swings to Bregman. Bregman over to second base. I think he thought there was only 1 out. Good thing Campbell able to get the speedy Doyle, and that's a error, and bases loaded if that ball wasn't hit as hard to Bregman as it was. In the 6th now, Ceddanne Rafaela has a chance to do something big here, and he just watches strike 3. I guess a decent pitch. Watching it back, like, nah, he should have swung at that. Toglia, he swings and misses to end the 6th, so we get some revenge here, and Crochet cruising through 6 innings of work for him. He's been absolutely filthy, the horse, the pig on our roster. And then the 7th inning happened, and it wasn't too pretty. Ryan McMahon sneaks one past Casas, and he's on first base to begin the inning. And then later on, George Caballero, who we later renamed to Jorge Caballero, the first member of the 2025 draft class to make the major leagues, I believe. He dumps one into the corner. Campbell gets the feed from Anthony. The relay home is to the right side of the plate, and scoring is McMahon. So an RBI double for Jorge Caballero, as we later name him. Hunter Goodman, he's going to dump one into the corner, and this will score another run and tie up the ball game. The way the bats, as Anthony misplays it in right field, and Goodman, with good athleticism for a catcher, will steam all the way over to third base. But just talking about, Crochet has been dominant. The offense was doing good in those first couple of innings, and then all of a sudden the offense just dries up. Crochet gives up a couple bloops and a couple of decent hits, and all of a sudden it's a tie game, and now our back's against the wall because we haven't done shit. And the Rockies are like, all right, 3-3, buddy boy. What's good? Ceddanne Rafaela, oh boy, not good, as we are going to the bottom of the 9th and still haven't been able to put up another run. Just the offense anemic late. Brock Burke, we got from the Angels. He was sensational in this outing. Gets a strikeout on Ryan McMahon right there to begin his day. Then it's George Valera, the Rule 5 draft pick, former top Cleveland Guardians prospect. He goes down swinging, and that brings up Jorge Caballero. First pitch to him, high fastball, the delivery, and it is high. Caballero 2 for 3 on the day, and that's it. Ball game. See you later. Coors Caballero. Better than Tommy Domine? You tell me below. Still mad Tommy Domine wasn't that good. Still mad about that. But either way, a walk-off home run for the Rockies. They looked dead in the water until they came back and beat us. Got revenge on me, giving up on this Rockies team, going back home to Boston to do my MLB The Show franchise. Good times with the Rockies, but tonight was not one of them. Caballero just puts the foot down, turns the hips, calls game, slider left over the middle, and again, we brought in McMahon Burke for the two lefties, and we knew Caballero hit lefties well, but we're like, you know what? We'd rather take our chances. It is what it is. Then we stayed in Denver, and we followed along Rafael Devers, trying to get this offense back on track. Almost had an RBI single here, but Duran thrown at the plate. You don't see that too often. George Valera doing the damage. So then in the top of the 6th inning against Chase Dollander, you saw through 7 fastballs in the row, and the 8th one. Why are you doing that, Chase Dollander? That's why we traded him to Washington last year. Again, 8 fastballs in a row to one of the best hitters in the league, and I get Rafael Devers in real life has struggled against fastballs, but I'm hitting with him, not actual Devers, and pitch was actually a little bit inside. He was able to grip it, rip it, and put it into the seats as Denver could not hold this one. It wasn't even that hard hit, but just, cores. Devers does go down on the slider from Diego Castillo. But now we're in the top of the 9th, and we're losing, and popped up. Devers timed the fastball up from Victor Vodnik, had runners in scoring position, and we're down 0-2 in this series to Colorado. And Colorado not good. Trust me, I know. And this is not what we need for a team that we're below 500 coming in. We're now like 2 or 3 games under 500. This is a team that we should be beating up on. It just not great. It hasn't been good, and we need it to be good. We need to turn this ship around. The game 3 of this series, Rockies already have the series win. They're playing with house money, and Devers playing with his fucking self at the plate, pops that one up dead central, and nothing comes of it. And then against Ryan Feltner later on, top 3rd, no out. Runners on the corner, put the ball in play, or just watch strike 3, you fat fuck. All right, cool. So Devers not having the best performances here in Game 2 until Justin Lawrence got to the plate, to the mound, and the first pitch he sees is crushed. Cores! Rafael Devers, sinker, middle, and blows this pitch up. What's the official reading? 459 feet, not a cheapie like his first home run in this series was. This one was obliterated, and Devers knew it. In the top of the 9th inning, then he goes into right field and picks up another base hit for good measure, moves Duran over to 3rd, and we got the bases loaded in the situation. We did not score, however, we do still hold on to win. So a Rocky reunion, a Rocky homecoming here in Colorado as we just pick up one game. Devers had a decent series. Had the double in Game 1, back-to-back games with a home run, but just wasn't great. Now we face off against the White Sox here as we're trying to pick up a save, and every win at this point is very pivotal. And we're going to be doing a lot of moments, a lot of player locks in this episode. And Will Brennan down by 1. This one on the ground hard, but just foul. And foul balls have really been a saving grace in this performance. Then Roman Anthony takes a tough first step, was able to recover out there in right field. He can't make mistakes in right field, especially at Fenway Park. But he was able to track it down and did not hurt us. Then Mike Tauchman, inside cutter. He's able to put this one down the line towards the pole, but foul. Then next pitch, we go back to the well again. You can't do it again, and we do lock down the save. Slayton gets another one. He's approaching 30 at this point. He's been awesome. I think he's only blown one save, if that. And for a guy who doesn't have super high ratings, he has really played well above it. And 18, so approaching 20. My bad. Big decision we're going to make. We're moving Rafaela down to AAA. So now Rafaela just hasn't swung the bat well. That's really not his thing. It's his defense. But I think we have enough defense in our major leagues where in real life this works. In the video game, it doesn't. 58 games, 9 walks, 8 RBI from the 9th spot, hitting 470 OPS. He needs to get shit together. I mean, negative half a WAR player. It just hasn't been good, just to put it plain and simple. In the meantime, we will be making the call to Alex Call. So we will be moving him up to the major leagues. We will be getting Rafaela every single at-bat in AAA that he can. Willie Abreu will play right. Roman Anthony will slide over to left. And Jaron Duran will slide over to center field. Let's kind of just see how this would look in lineup form. All right, the one thing that sucks is against lefties. It's not, or it's just, we have so many lefties in the lineup, especially against righties. I think we'll be fine. When push comes to shove, we have Romy Gonzalez, we have Alex Call, who do really well against lefties, and they can supplement, whether that's Marcelo Meyer coming out, whether that's Roman Anthony or Willie Abreu coming out. We can play that matchup game. Abreu's too good to be on the bench. I know we were just kind of forcing Roman Anthony out there, who on the field, it's not been fantastic, 620 OPS, but his ratings are going higher. He is progressing as a player. That's for our long-term development. We wanted that. So we couldn't have Anthony, Meyer, and Campbell doing that, as well as Ceddanne Rafaela struggling. Like, three guys who aren't really hitting the ball well. Marcelo Meyer's on a hot streak right now, coming up against lefties, which is nice. But we need some more some more juice. Duran, Bregman, Devers, and Casas have been great. Everyone else hasn't. And that's just really where we're at right now as a team. So we're going to throw Willier, we're going to throw Anthony in there, use Campbell to break up the lefties, Wong to break up the lefties, and then actually we're going to swap Campbell down. And I mean, Connor Wong being number 5 hitter, that sucks. It's not great. But this is how we're kind of going to line up against lefties. We'll throw Alex Call in there, probably in left field, or however we decide to do it. And yeah, so that's going to be a big move. We are right now scouring the trading market. Who's bad? Who's going to be offering up guys? We're looking at pitching. We're looking at maybe another impact right-handed bat. It seems like that's been what the Red Sox need the last 8 years of my life. So hopefully this helps. Hopefully this sparks something. Hopefully it clicks, and hopefully we get out of June with a nice record. Again, that break at the end of July, we want to be 5 games over 500. Can we do it? Let's see. All right, so we just saw Rafaela get down, some roster moves getting made. You really are feeling the pressure of trying to win. And even look at teams decent, or team rankings you just saw there quickly, haven't been great. Bottom third in the league in most offensive categories, bottom third in a few of our pitching categories. And we're trying to lock down this save against Detroit. And let me tell you, this was the start of something special for this team this month. Spencer Torkelson will bloop in a single with Brian Reynolds being out on the ground out. And then JT Realmuto, new Tiger, is going to swing and miss at the sweeper, and Slayton doing it again. He has been awesome so far this year, and brings up former Red Sox top prospect and Chris Sale trade centerpiece Yohan Moncada. Wong is going to have a tough time blocking that pitch. Moving over to scoring position is Torkelson now, and now pressure's really on for Slayton. Moncada is going to receive a cutter inside, and Christian Campbell is there to put it away, and the Red Sox win another one. And again, this is the start of a real good stretch for us, and we go out there and we're going to win some ball games here. And let me show you how we do it. But picking up a win against the Tigers, a team we should be winning against, and Slayton another save, his 21st now. He'll win this, lead that series 2-1. We ended up sweeping the Tigers. Now we're going to take on the Orioles. Orioles are real good team, and we're going to go through this series in the eyes of Jaron Duran, who can change the course of a game, a series, a season in just one go of things. He gets a single to lead things off. Pitch in the dirt. He decides there's no way anyone's going to catch me, and he slides in there safely. I also hate how this game automatically, because they got rid of the Navy Friday uniforms, they made these the Boston Strong ones. Either way, strikeout on the dirt, but ball gets away. With his speed, Adley Rutschman has to rush it, and now he's on first base. And Jaron Duran style, he can take a strikeout and make it into a double. He is absolutely killing it on the base paths and everything. and he steals his 15th base of the year. Some fielding for Jarren Duran in center field now that Stan Rafaela is gone, and it's something that we talked about a little bit in the preseason and spring training, trying to get Wilyer, Anthony, Duran, Rafaela. We have so many players that we couldn't really find a trade quite then, but now seems like we were able to find something that worked. In fact, that Stan Rafaela wasn't, and the defense is awesome. The defense is great, but you can't be hitting 540. You can't be OPSing 5. If he was hitting 540, I'd let him play wherever the hell he wants. I'd let him pitch, but you can't be OPSing 540. Jarren Duran, plenty of good fielding instincts and speed to play center field for us. Steals another base here after a single. He's just been on a warpath on the base paths. So I was comfortable in putting Duran in center field. Obviously, Willie has real good defense in right, and Roman Anthony is going to be just fine with the monster in left field. Duran slides home and ties this ball game in the 5th inning, thanks to the Alex Bregman RBI. Duran later on, it's 5-2 Sox. He is going to make this an easy double, and he is in there. Could have probably decided to go triple if he wanted to with his speed, but will settle for the 14th double. Led the league in triples the last 2 years. In real life, had about 20 of them or something like that. And this year, then last year in the game, he had, I think, like 15 or something to lead the majors, or at least the American League. And he scores off the Romy Gonzalez single. So it was 6-2. We ended up beating the Baltimore Orioles. And the Orioles swept us, I think, a week ago in this game. So coming to Camden Yards, which is one of the more underrated, beautiful ballparks in all of baseball, and picking up the win. And we're part of a 5-game winning streak right now. Duran getting active, getting loose in the bullpen. 8-2 in our last 10 games. I said right after the Tigers moment, we're starting to pick up some steam. And watch out, Yankees. We are coming for you, kid. Nice little wild card spot right now for us again, and maybe won't have enough to catch these Orioles team, but we're already up 6-0 in the bottom of the 3rd. Tyler O'Neill, former Red Sox, hits one into center field, and Duran just buffs it. So not exactly helping my case when I said he's good enough to play center field. However, the arm comes in, and they're able to get Tyler O'Neill out, trying to stretch it over to third base. So an error by Duran. But he's able to make up for it a little bit by being part of that relay. Top of the 6th, Duran up the middle, gets an RBI single, and that's just the power of Duran. You throw 90, throw that slop down there. He's able to go and get it. I really like his swing in this game. He's a player I'm very comfortable at the plate with, and I just feel like even if I'm not getting on base or timing the ball up super correctly, the swing is so fast it kind of makes up for that and able to get good results. Even though they're not always hits, it seems like everything is stung. Then you see with the speed right there, put it in play, good things happen. He picks up another run, and we score 8 in this one. And now we win this series against Baltimore with a 2-0 lead. And we are 5 games over 500. And get the brooms out, ladies and gents. Can we do it? Offense in this series is hitting 270 in pitching. Only 3 earned runs over these few days. It's 6 runs for us, 8 runs for us, and then Baltimore only scored 2 in both Game 1 and Game 2. On top of the 3rd, we're already up 2-0. Duran singles. Call it a double. Why not? I'm sure he's going to be off and running for like his 17th stolen base of the series. He's just too damn good. On second base now, Casas is going to single this one into right field, and Duran's speed, by the time they pick it up, he's already halfway between home and third, and Casas gets an RBI. Later on, it's 6-1 at the wall. Is that Mike Trout? Not quite the Mike Trout play, but Jarren Duran doing just enough. Makes up for the error right there with robbing a home run and keeping this game at 6-1 in the 6th inning, helping out Tanner Houck. And Gunnar Anderson, an MVP favorite for probably the rest of his career. Duran just times it up beautifully and takes it right back, and we end up sweeping the Orioles. So Jarren Duran, a spark plug in that series, getting on base, about 2 hits a game. He drove in a few. Obviously, robbed the home run, stole a whole bunch of bases, scored a whole bunch of runs, and we sweep the Baltimore Orioles. Score 6-1 in game number 3. Here against the Blue Jays, we're in a sticky predicament, and we have Jose Leclerc out there doing Jose Leclerc type things, which is being one of our best high leverage relievers this year. Tony Taters steps up to the batter's box. We're going to say, nope, go over to first base. We're not even going to attempt throw it to you with the power. Jonathan Clase will come in and run, and then Joey Gallo steps in, and he does what Joey Gallo does. Strike out. Can't hit the ball to save his life. A slider up and in, and then Dalton Varsho gets a slider inside, popped up. Blake Sabol is there, and we head into the bottom of the 9th inning. So it's Roman Anthony, Marcelo Meyer, and Trevor Story due up here and see if they can help us. Romy Gonzalez pinched hit for Story, I believe. He is going to move up to, Marcelo Meyer with the lefty. Ricky Tiedemann up. He's going to move up to second base on the wild pitch. And then Jarren Duran, next pitch, looking for something to drive, score this run, and win this game. Fastball inside, Duran, perfect, over the head of the second baseman, and just give it up there. Jimenez couldn't climb the ladder to get to it. Romy Gonzalez steams all the way home, and a walk-off victory for your Boston Red Sox. And especially just coming off of the Jarren Duran moments a moment ago, seeing him get that walk-off win was beautiful. He has been such a focal point for us, such a great player for us, and so glad he's on this team for at least a couple of more years. We have him under team control, but I think for one more year after this, what happens after that, who knows, but right now, he's probably our second best player. And they're just simulating, obviously, we had some injuries, whatever, and they put Brian Bayo in the bullpen. He's only pitched one game out of there. I'm going to let it roll. I mean, a 5.24 ERA. He is not getting strikeouts, 33 in 60 innings, which, again, the Ks per 9 in this game suck. I mean, he's an 8 K per 9 guy, and in this game, I don't know, whatever. Something to think about fixing in the future, but we're going to put Brian Bayo in the low relief spot. We will throw Jordan Montgomery starting. He just has been better. 2.54 ERA, usually mostly in mop-up roles and situations like that, but he's played a lot better than Bayo has. We'll run it back for a little bit. Obviously, 2 quality starts in just 3 games. He snuck in there without me knowing. I think the reason was Tanner Houck went down, and then when I just did auto replace, this was the auto replace, and we're going to go with it. We did also see Christian Casas go to the IL for about 10 days, so we will also do another roll in the league on that. But who do we call up? David Hamilton obviously is number 1. We don't really have a first baseman that's ready to go. Romy Gonzalez will be probably the only guy that we can really play first base, and with that, I think we're going to give Rodolfo Castro the call-up as well. Anyone else that could potentially do it? Stan Rafaela doing a lot better in AAA in 40 at-bats, but nothing really that can help play first base for us. So what we're going to do is we are going to call up Rodolfo Castro. He'll make his Red Sox debut here soon, and then we're going to move Romy Gonzalez to first base. And that time, I think finding someone to play first base, whether for this year or just for the future. We don't really have anyone on our 40-man. Blaze Jordan is out as well. So something to look into the future for is helping someone get to third, play first base for us. The other subsequent move, we'll move Luis Revio up to AAA, and then why not bring our boy Bob Hernandez back up, or Nazan Zanatello. Second base has Yoelan Cespedes that can come up, and I think we'll let Bobby Boy come on up. And that will be our moves for the time being. As of right now, guys, we're doing well. Swept. We had like a 10-game winning streak here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9-game winning streak. We've won in that same streak. We've only lost 2 and won 11, so 11-2. Got a matchup against the Cubs, which we should win. The Angels, we should win. We'll talk about scouting and then wrap up the month and then really set the table. We are about 9 games over 500 right now. Red Sox are cooking. All right, here we are. We're at the end of the month. We're going to do our scouting. We have 2 more weeks of scouting after this. So here is what we have. Obviously, Salvatore Ramirez is our number 1 guy. Dwayne Bart actually ends up being our number 2 guy. He's going to be a little bit farther away, just being the 19-year-old. So he's probably 2-3 years out. But the potential we think is really high. The power potential on him, very, very, very good. Just power hitting catcher. But really, overall, doesn't look too great. Maybe it's just because he's a catcher. But the fielding looks like it's going to be The speed isn't not really athletic. It's really mostly just the power. So maybe even this is a guy that we pass on, but we have him number 2 on our board. DJ Park looks like a no-brainer. Did opt out. 6'4", 230 lefty. Throws gas. So this is definitely a guy that we are looking at. Number 17 ranked prospect, our number 3. So I assume Ramirez is out. Park may be our guy if it's not Bart. And it looks like he'll probably be, if he's high-end, ready to go, maybe not next year, the year after. Just still doing some more, some guys. Let me see what we like. Gary Serena Ruiz, high contact guy with a good bat overall, high arm strength, nice speed, a guy who's definitely in consideration, the 14th ranked prospect. Some gems, Basil Badia. He is a good throwing right-hander at a high school. Bonus man's only $1 million. He's the 75 ranked prospect, our 10th ranked prospect. Looks like the strikeouts and the walks are going to be a real good spot. Maybe just giving up contact. Think James Mora, for those who remember James Mora. That's kind of the mold he's looking at out of Michigan is fair as well. So he's a guy that we have scouted that is a nice little gem for us. This middle range, kind of undiagnosed. Peter Barnes, a novelty or not ranked prospect by Major League Baseball. We have him as our number 19. Another guy, a lefty, 19 years old. Good velocity, 5-pitch mix, and looks like he's going to be pretty good. The per nines are going to be okay, but a guy who could have real good potential but be a ways away. Some more guys. Jeff Huber we looked into. I wouldn't be mad, especially if he fell to the second round. I doubt he fell to us, but this isn't a guy I wouldn't be mad at. The potential looks like he's going to be good. The power, just big power Canadian outfielder who looks like he's going to be real good in the field. This is a profile that, much like that catcher we looked over, the game likes him more than I do. I like this guy more than the game does. So those are some guys to be being on the lookout for. Andreas Alvarado, we scouted him the last kind of time. Doesn't look like he's as high ceiling as we thought. Eric Stahl, we don't like him as much as the game does. Neil Corbett, a guy that we like a lot more than the game does. 48 on our ratings, even though the velocity really isn't in a good spot. The per nines look like they're going to be fine, and potentially a 90 overall potential guy, 21 years old. Be very good. See if we can snag him. Tom Frazier, another guy, 21 years old, 2-year JUCO. Big athleticism, it looks like, at 5'10", 180 from North Carolina. A guy that we can probably snag in the later rounds, hopefully. So that's just kind of a look at our draft board at the moment. I'm going to finish up the scouting, and then we'll finish up the episode. All right, we enter July. 46-39 record. Right now, we are second in the AL East. We were about fourth, maybe even fifth when we started here, and we 5-5 in our last 10 games. But we have also are half a game up on the Yankees for the second wild card spot. Exactly what we needed to do in June. If we take a look at the calendar, we had a sweep of the White Sox. We avoided a sweep of the Orioles. Then we swept Detroit. Swept Baltimore, took 3 of 4 against Houston, 2 of 3 against Toronto, and then this is when we kind of started faltering a little bit. Swept by Chicago, 1 of 3 against the Angels, 2 teams we should have really put a smack down on, but we went out and beat the good teams. Toronto, we went and beat. Houston, we went and beat Baltimore. We took 4 out of 6 this month. And then Detroit, White Sox, and the Rays, teams we should have beat that we did beat. So for the most part, other than that little hiccup, we did phenomenally. Let's check on just everybody and just check on some stats and see where we are. Lineup-wise, Duran, 277, 8 home runs. Bregman, he's starting to pick it up. He had a slower start, as he always does, but now he is starting to really feel himself. Devers doing Devers-type things. OPS is at 913, on pace to be better than he was last year, walking a whole bunch more. You see that +4 in his discipline, just hitting like him. Willie Abreu, after getting consistent playing time, 250 hitter, 4 home runs. Wish he was doing what he did in real life, but we'll take this version of him. Connor Wong, Roman Anthony picking it up, +8 against lefties in contact. You love to see that. Romy Gonzalez, we are officially moving him out for Tristan Casas in a moment. Casas back from injury just now. Marcelo Meyer really turned the corner and becoming a real nice player. 720 OPS, and he has found his rhythm. We think Christian Campbell struggling at the moment. Maybe a send down for him is in possibilities, or just kind of putting him on the bench, maybe letting his versatility play a bit. Who's to tell? But Christian Campbell, the only one of the big 3 to not really be receptive, which is crazy because he had the best first start out of the big 3, and kind of slowing down right now. But we will amend that, and we will kind of give him what he needs to succeed. If you look at the pitching rotation, Crochet continues to be Crochet. Numbers looking a little worse, but still 2.96 ERA halfway through the season. Love to see that. Jordan Montgomery recently has been a tank. In these last 4 starts, he's given up 3 runs. 37 innings over his last 10 games. .72, just those 3 runs. So he was excellent. He is excellent, and this is a good change for us. Cutter Crawford struggling. 5.70 ERA in his last 10, a 5.79 for his season. Tony Gonsolin. What a pickup for us. We still have 1 more year team control with him as well. 2.92 ERA. The goose is loose. And Tanner Houck, he is really coming strong. A couple blow-up starts here, but for the most part has been real good this season and as of late. Bayo, since going to the bullpen, basically a complete game with 6 hits, 2 walks, and 7 strikeouts in the bullpen. So maybe that's the role for him at the moment. It's what we're getting good results with. Greg Weissert still doing good. Whitlock, Kelly doing good. Burke doing well. Castro and Leclerc doing well. And Justin Slayton recently 10 saves in his last 10 appearances. So he is a perfect 10 for 10 going out there as of late. Still hasn't been pretty every single time, but he's getting the job done. So that is going to do it for this episode. An action-packed, jam-packed episode, I'm sure. But we will see you with the big trade deadline, draft, all-star type episode coming up next. And we'll see you then. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you here on Tisbury 33 Game.